Hmm.
Hi, Anuj. A lot of time I've been asked these questions by a lot of my clients and people I speak to. It's a common critique, and that in astrology it removes a personal responsibility or a free will. How do you reconcile the role of free will with astrological predictions? You do.
Uh, Now, that's a very interesting and complicated question. Free will. Now, we all are free. We all feel that we are free. However, there's also something that influences us while we exercise that degree of freedom. Now, where are we free and what happens? So, one, I would say that is the Gita, the famous couplet, Karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. So that is, do your duty, don't wait for or don't expect the karma, the fruits of your work, because that are not dependent on what you did. Your karmas, you do 100%. The fruits, you'll leave it for the destiny or for God to decide in whatever ways you want to understand. So karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You do your work. Don't think about results. That is one. So free will is there when you are doing your work. That is your free will in one way of explaining. Another way is how much is free will and how much is destiny. And astrology takes away the free will. No, astrology doesn't take away free will. A lot of people give me that argument that whenever we tell a person this is going to happen, that psychologically affects the outcome, and he is somehow, fed into doing those kind of things.
Mhm.
So my simple answer to that question, okay, is also astrologers can also look at a horoscope of a person, a birth chart of a person who is not consulting with them.
Mhm.
Okay, who the person like we too can discuss about a third person who doesn't even know that we are discussing his horoscope, and we can discuss about the events or the trend of life, both of his life, which he is not aware and which will come true. So in this
Mhm.
case, the very point that you are somehow psychologically suggesting and drawing that outcome doesn't hold true.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's one. Now, willingness, how much of free will do we have? It's like astrology, what it does, it is imagine that you are tied to an animal tied to a rope, which is a long rope tied center with a peg. So it
Mhm.
has a certain radius around which it can move.
Mhm.
Okay, because there's a central peg which the rope is tied to. There is a radius where it can move.
Mhm.
That defines the destiny.
Mhm.
You cannot get out of that destiny, and that is very, very clearly evident in a horoscope. Okay, how much that person is worth. That's why where come Raj Yogas and special days and Yog Karagra and sitting here
Mhm.
and good aspect, bad aspect, this all that. Okay,
Mhm.
so there is a run-of-the-mill kind of a football field. This is where you will play. Go.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, during that, in that range, you can, you are free to walk. That is where your destiny will take you. All that radius it will take you. During in that radius, there are ditches, there are thorns, there are uneven spaces, there are mountains, and there might be good orchards. So you are traversing through your life doing that. Okay.
Mhm.
Astrology tells you now is the time coming. Astrology doesn't tell you the terrain which is coming. Okay,
Mhm.
it might also give you indications of that. The
Mhm.
terrain, kind of terrain. That no, you will get something very burning, which will hurt you physically. It can tell you
Mhm.
that extent also, and it's possible. But
Mhm.
basically, it is the study of time
Mhm.
more than the study of circumstances or situations. Situations
Mhm.
can come via media in different ways, and they're
Correct.
difficult to pinpoint. But
Correct.
time, it is a study of time. It's a Kala Vijnana.
Mhm.
Okay. So it tells you time. During this time, you will be in a terrain which will be difficult for you in this life be careful. It's
Mm-hmm.
basically telling you that, look, you are going to the market to purchase something at this time. The meteorology has told us it will be raining. Take an umbrella or reschedule it for some other time. That's what
Mm.
you are supposed to do. It
Yeah.
is not going to stop the rain. And when I say take the umbrella, it is those remedial measures that the astrologers tell in various ways. There are many ways. There are gems and there are mantras and there are changes in lifestyles and all those things are
Mm.
there. So that is the umbrella. Umbrella gives you, but if you think umbrella is going to protect you completely, no
Mm.
man, you're still going to wet your shoes. You're
Correct.
still going to be wet under your knees. You will still feel that the rain is there.
Correct.
Okay, and you're not
I
able to
agree.
do your work properly. So yes, all these things are there. So where
Mm.
is this free will? Free will is there where you can decide to wait or see. Events are presenting themselves to you. That is what happens in life.
Correct.
Circumstances present themselves to us, and then we are left to decide. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Now there comes the deep portion of this particular theory, free will. So there are karma theory. We can explain this as that. So karma, there are three categories of karma. There is
Mm.
one that we have already done. Okay, so those are
Mm-hmm.
sanchita karma. That is those that
Sunset.
have already been accumulated.
Correct.
Okay, then one that is kriyama. Okay, one that you are creating.
Mm-hmm.
But before that will come prarabdha. Prarabdha
Mm.
would mean that which the fruit of those things that which are coming to you. So
Mm.
when you're dealing with them, okay, or kriyamana, so the kriyamana, when you're dealing with them, that is the karma that you're right now doing. They will get
Mm.
sanchit and will come back as prarabdha. Okay.
Right.
So these are the three karmas which you are doing. These karmas you are free to do. That is why we say this birth has happened. This birth has happened because of the old karmas and the studies and all those panchakoshas which go along with us after death.
Mm.
They come back. Some of them fruit in this birth. Some will fruit in other births, depending on which
Correct.
cycle what the soul has chosen. So we
Correct.
say let us say we are born in a good, wealthy family. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, being born in a good, wealthy family would reflect that yes, you have had good karmas because of which your soul has taken this particular stature in birth, which enables you by birth of being able to do certain kinds of work. Okay.
Mm.
But if you don't choose to do that, despite having all those means to help society, serve society, make better karmas,
Yeah.
because of having that wealth, you start going down at tamasic direction or
Correct.
more consummational style or keep consuming more things or lower chakras. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
satisfy the urges of lower chakras more
Correct.
consumption.
Lower. Yeah. Three. The lowest three chakras, basically.
Yeah. So what in India we will say, this birth has happened. Use this birth to make better the future ones. Okay, because
Mm.
this you have to live now. Why they say
Mm.
that? Because the day you were born, your chart was made. So that
Correct.
radius was decided. Only very few learned saints are able to break away from this radius.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So have I explained
Correct.
it somehow?
I think you've explained it quite beautifully. The way I answer this, I'll maybe just add my version to it. It's like think of astrology as a roadmap, So similar to your example of radius. So I say to my clients, like, think of it as a roadmap. That's the astrology, and it shows you the potential routes and obstacles. And you're still the driver. You're still free to drive whichever direction you want, and you decide how fast or slow you can go, and whether you take a scenic route or try to take a shortcut. You know, so the free will is like the engine of your car, and astrology is the map. And then that's
Yeah.
how I sort of explain my clients. But thank you for that, Anuj. I think my next question to you is, why do some people feel like astrology is not accurate for them, especially when their horoscope when their horoscope does not resonate? What do you think of that?
No, I've not quite understood your question.
Okay,
Why why some people think it's not accurate for them if their
it's
horoscope do not resonate? That
yeah.
happen.
So sometimes they feel their horoscope is inaccurate.
No, that's a different question. The horoscope is inaccurate because uh, it's like this. If the horoscope is correct, then it will reflect the events. It
Yeah,
may not reflect accurately because, like I said, things cannot be that accurate. Okay, so you will have to give some range of, let's say what is accuracy? Again, if an astrologer says that it will happen during this 15 days time, give it a month here and a month there.
yeah, true.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
not that if he said it will happen within 15 days and it didn't happen and it was 16th day. No, I mean, give the child a break, man.
Hmm. Yeah, because even when some people are born, the right time of the birth or the close to the right time does not get noted, by the parents or by the
Exactly.
doctors.
But
And
they give accurate times.
yeah,
How can you
and
give accurate results?
I agree. And then some people do have those charts and they struggle why the astrology is not working for them because obviously you just rightly said
Okay,
they're.
let me give you real life example. All the people, or most of the people that come to me for counseling or for astrological consultations, they give me time. I mean, if they're not coming from India, they give me time in half an hour gaps. Okay, so either they are born at 1500 hours or they are born at 1530 or very accurate, they'll be born at 1515 maybe. But 90% of the people, they are born in half an hour gaps all across the Western hemisphere.
Mhm.
Okay. And I'm not tired repeating this to everybody I counsel and everybody I meet if I have the chance to. What is the most important event in your life?
Mhm.
And they keep on struggling with that. And everybody, most of them they say, oh, when I got my first job or when I got a baby and this and that
Yeah,
and that. Oh, the most important event in your life was the time you were
you are
born.
born. Correct. Yeah,
Not the
I
date
have
you
that.
were born, the
Yeah.
time you were born.
Hmm.
Okay,
Correct.
that includes the date also. That is the most important event in your life. If that wouldn't have happened, nothing else matters, man.
Mhm. Very true. So thank you for that, Anuj. And I think next question to you is it possible for astrology to be wrong? So what are the chances? Or is it more about interpretation? I mean, I know you sort of kind of answered that. You touched on this question. But if I ask you with, you know,
As a
uh,
science,
yeah,
sorry, yeah, as a
no, no, no,
science,
sorry.
astrology is not wrong. Okay,
Okay.
it's accurate. The principles there that are mentioned there, they are time tested, not just uh, 10 years of human trials on vaccines or whatever, but 2000 and possibly more years of repeated, 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 recurring, you know, belief that it happens because so many people have practiced and done it. So that's one
Hmm.
in terms of its historicity. Okay, can it be wrong? Of course, it can be wrong because astrology itself is lifeless. Who is interpreting it? Who is studying it? Who is calculating it? Who is relaying the information? This child was born at 10:10. No, it was not. The
Hmm.
doctor was busy saving the mother, and they
Correct.
noted they didn't have the correct time. That doesn't mean doctor is wrong. He just didn't notice because that was not important for him at that time.
Mm.
Okay, there can be so many factors which can say that astrology seems to be wrong, and one of them, the primary, is my competency
Mm.
as an astrologer. Am I competent? And if competent, then also let's say that I'm 100% competent person and the best astrologer in the world, or I have gone to consult the best astrologer.
Mhm.
There is where I'm hitting the finest nail. The finest nail is even you who has gone to take a counseling, and even the astrologer who is the finest in the world. They both are subject to the changes which are happening right now, the planets in transit right now. And that is one of the reasons, one of the principles that astrologers should follow or were following, and many follow right now also,
Mm.
and which is
Mm.
again uh, omens. So it is given in orary astrology. When a person approaches to you, see where the moon is. If the moon, let's say, is not posted correctly or is in the eighth house, try not to answer the question at that time.
Mm.
Postpone the council session. Call him some other time. Do not do it because right now, whatever situations are happening, either the astrologer or the person, they are not in that right frame of mind. Or even if you will try to answer, it will have more probability of not coming true. Both will be left astral.
Mm. Mm.
Okay. So everybody is subject to the same cosmic things. We have to respect, if we are respecting one aspect of it, that they make change, we have to also respect the transit
Others,
aspect of it.
correct. The transit as well. Yeah, I agree.
So
No,
it is
thank you.
only accuracy
Yeah.
is as accurate as the person practicing it.
Mm. No, thank you so much, Anuj. This has been an incredible discussion about the accuracy of astrology. And we have together explored its strengths and its limitations, and how much it depends on the interpretation of a person's resonance, person practicing it. Whether you view astrology as a science or an art or a guiding tool, what truly matters is how it helps you understand yourself and navigate life's patterns. And at the end of the day, astrology invites us to reflect, explore, and connect with something greater.
Oh yeah.
You know, well,
Playfully, I always call it astrology is a gateway drug towards spirituality,
100%. I mean, and some people say that it's a science, it's a tool for billionaires. It's a supra science, not even science. Some people call it a supra science, and it's for billionaires. I mean, and a lot of kings and today's billionaires use it. That's what I've heard and read again and again. Um, and whether that's the stars, above, or wisdom within ourselves, so it depends on a lot of things. And thank you, Anuj, for joining us in this conversation today. And if you find this discussion insightful and helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We would like to hear your thoughts on and in the comments. Do you think astrology is accurate? Just write us your personal experiences and let us know. Until next time, keep exploring and keep growing. And remember, the star may guide us, but we are the ones who choose our path. Thank you once again. See you
Thank you.
guys shortly. Thank you, Anuj.
Sure.